What's happening, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com. Coming back to you with another video on a rainy day here in Connecticut right now. I'll show you guys what's going on, but I'm just pulling up to my warehouse. It's my little warehouse area. You might be able to see in a little industrial park right now. And man, I was reading through some of the YouTube comments like I do every single day, and it never surprises me. There's always something that comes in that kind of blows my mind, and there were a couple of them today, and it, you know, sometimes it strikes me in a peculiar way, I guess, to say the least, because it just goes to prove how a lot of people out there, their mindsets are just so limited, right? And I don't know, have you guys ever talked to somebody, a friend or a family member or someone you met, and they're always complaining about money and they're broke and, you know, they hate their job, this and that. But then the more you talk to them, the more you get to know them, you realize that their mindset is just screwed. It's effed, right? So Patty Box, don't worry, we're gonna be talking about that. Let me build a little context right now for you, girl. But have you ever met somebody like that? Put a 1 in the comments. You ever met somebody whose mindset's just so messed up that you know why they're not going to succeed? Well, I was reading the comments today, and I literally just read a comment from somebody who posted a comment on a video that Rockstar Flipper and I did, and they said, I'm quitting eBay. The fees are ridiculous. I closed my store down. This doesn't work. I don't believe you guys. It's all BS. So if you guys go check out that video from Rockstar Flipper and I in the hotel, it's one of the latest comments. So this person quit eBay because they're stating that the eBay fees are too expensive. The eBay fees aren't even that expensive. The eBay fees are what? It's like 10% for the eBay fee, and then you get your payment processor fee, which is 3%. So now you're at 13%. And then you obviously have some listing fees, some store fees. So maybe all in all, it comes out to like 15%. 15% to be able to access a platform that what? Gets a billion views per month? 1 billion views per month, and you're complaining you're gonna quit eBay because there's a 15% fee. A 15% fee. You know what? For anyone out there, and I'm gonna go on a Rake and Profit rant right now because it's got me worked up this morning. Anyone out there who wants to go start a business and be able to access 1 billion people and be able to do it for less than 15%, I would love to see that. Please send me a message. Please send me a message. I would love to see that. It's nothing. The people out there right now, Leanne says, your titles are clickbait. It's clickbait, but I always build context into it. This person's quitting eBay because of ridiculous eBay fees. There's people out there, guys, you gotta understand, you gotta get yourself out of realizing this is more than just you, this is more than just me. There's hundreds of thousands of people out there whose lives could be changed by eBay, by starting an eBay business, but they read these comments and these ridiculous limiting belief comments saying, the eBay fees are too expensive, the shipping fees are too expensive, and they don't start. And guess what? They struggle. They can't pay their bills. They can't travel. Wouldn't it be nice that your closest friends and family members, or even just people out there, are able to live their life to their fullest and not held back by these immature limiting beliefs? Like, seriously, right? Seriously. eBay fees are not ridiculous at all. You want to know what's ridiculous? People's mindsets. I know it's not you guys that are watching right now, but there's so many people out there who are held back by these little tiny things. Go start a business that doesn't have overhead. Go start a business that doesn't have overhead, especially an eBay business, right? You're able to access over 1 billion. There's 1 billion people visiting eBay every single month. You get access to payment processors. You get access to all the systems that eBay has put into place. Now, I'm not telling you that eBay is the only and the best place to sell. There's eBay, there's Poshmark, there's Amazon, there's Facebook Marketplace, right? But I would tell you right now, the fees are actually pretty low on eBay, I would say, considering what you get, right? So the people out there who aren't successful, it's the ones who have the limiting belief. They're believing the competition's too crazy. There's too many YouTube videos. There's too many Facebook groups. The competition's crazy. There's nothing out there. Your limiting belief just held you back. You didn't even walk into the thrift store. You didn't even walk into the garage sale because of that limiting belief. You watch a video, you hear somebody talk about eBay fees are too expensive, Amazon fees are too expensive. Guess what? You don't list your first item. You don't list your first item. So sometimes I gotta create titles like this to get you guys in, because I need you guys to realize that your destiny, your financial destiny, is in your hands. Are eBay fees increasing over time? Yes. Why? Well, inflation, things cost more money, fees increase, plus they got to make their shareholders happy. Expenses are gonna increase over time, but there's still an amazing opportunity out there, especially at thrift stores and garage sales. These platforms are just getting started. The internet is just getting started. If we go out into the future, another 100 years, I feel like people are gonna look back and be like, wow, this was the time. This was the time you didn't have to grind your butt off in a job for $8, $9, $10, $11 an hour. You could control your destiny. You could build a business. I'm not telling you eBay is the only place to go, but there's eBay, there's Amazon, there's Poshmark, there's Mercari, they're starting a YouTube channel, Kindle publishing, private label, wholesale. The list goes on and on and on. Do not let these limiting beliefs hold you back. So I want to know right now, guys, what's the number one limiting belief that you hear right now that people complain about in the reselling community that you know is complete BS? I'm not saying that there's no substance to what people are saying, because fees, fees hurt. There's already other expenses you got to pay, like warehouse, payroll, sourcing, admin, supplies. There's all these other expenses as well, right? So what's the biggest limiting belief that you hear? Reseller King says people complain about too many resellers. Well, there's way more buyers than resellers, way more, 1000x. Most people blame the president. Fat Elvis says it's hard to find good products you make money on. Too much competition, they say. I can talk until my thought hurts about eBay to people, and all they say is the same thing. It's a lot of work. I tell them, oh man, I just hit the wrong button. I tell them, isn't working fast food work? Isn't working a normal job work? Absolutely. The thing I love about eBay and Amazon and reselling is it's hard work, right? It's hard work, and sometimes if you're just doing it on your own, it is a job in a sense, but you've got your freedom. You've got your freedom. That's what I love so much about eBay. You've got your freedom. Also, there's no pay cap, right? So if you go to a normal job, for the most part, you're capped off at your hourly rate or your salary, or maybe you could earn some commissions and maybe you can make an extra $1,000 a month. But with eBay, man, the sky's the limit. The sky is the limit when it comes to a reselling business. Now, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There's a lot of overhead that goes into it, and eBay fees are one of them, right? I mentioned a bunch of different overhead things that people have to deal with, such as the warehouse space and paying employees and sourcing and listing and admin and all that. There's risk and there's overhead, right? But the freedom is amazing. The ability to earn as much money as your heart desires is amazing, based upon if you're willing to put in systems in place and find a unique way to source and scale and hire people to help you grow, hire someone to help you photograph so you can spend time sourcing. The eBay fees are not ridiculous. What is ridiculous is the mindset that so many people have come up on. The mindset that you've got to get a job, right? The mindset that starting a business is so hard. It's hard, it's not easy. But in 2019, it's never been easier to be resourceful. It's never been easier to get your hand on the answer, right? We're all kind of like cyborgs now. Is that the word? It's like anything, like we're almost like robots in a sense, humans, because any answer you need, it's like literally attached right to you on your phone. All you got to do is just pick up your phone and boom, you get an answer instantly. Oh, you're having trouble hiring people, boom. There's a million videos, there's a million freaking articles about it, right? You're having trouble sourcing, boom, you hit YouTube instantly. Or you're having trouble listing this item, you're having trouble researching this, boom, the answer's instantly at your fingertips. It's never been easier now to grow a business because the information age, there's no secrets anymore, right? So that's why it makes me laugh and chuckle sometimes when I get comments from people who are like, oh, you're ruining the market, or Rockstar Flipper, or Rally Roots. Like I see these amazing content creators and people are dropping such negative things at times. And again, it's the 1%, right? But you ever been in a room full of positive people? 10, 15, 20 positive people, or maybe you're at work, you got 5 or 6 positive people, but you get that one negative comment, or you get that one a-hole, or that one negative energy, and it just takes the whole room out. That's the reality, and it's sad sometimes, because sometimes I'll create an amazing piece of content, or I'll watch someone else's content. I'm not here to brag or boast, I could really care less. And you get like 50 great comments, and then there's that one negative comment, and there's like 50 thumbs up, and it's like, oh, come on. there's going to be so many people who aren't going to start their eBay business. There's going to be so many people who just settle for that dead-end job and never list that first clothing item or never send in that first book to Amazon because of this one stupid freaking comment from this person who's obviously got some issues in their head. Maybe they've got burned or they got screwed or things aren't going right in their life, and they generalize everything and they say, eBay fees are too high, I'm closing up my store, I'm quitting. It's too bad. That's why you got to be really careful whose content you consume. You got to be very careful who you listen to. You got to be very careful nowadays because sometimes something will sound really good, but it's not true. So don't let eBay fees hold you back. Don't let them hold you back, right? Don't let those comments hold you back about sourcing's too hard and there's too many resellers, this and that, because I can tell you right now, there's 1,000,001 ways to skin a cat. All because thrift stores are getting more competitive and garage sales are getting more competitive, and you go to your local thrift store and maybe you see 3 resellers scanning instead of 0. You could quit and give up right now, but in 2019 and beyond, with the internet and smartphones, there's so many other ways to get your result outside of what you're doing right now. Think outside the box. Be unique, right? Start your day. This is a great exercise. Start your day by writing down your goal. I am now earning $10,000 a month in my online business, and it feels fantastic. Now what you do after you write that down, you get pumped up, listen to some music, is you write down, you ask yourself a question. What are 20 things that I can do today to get myself closer to that goal? What are 100 things that I can do over the next 60 days to get myself to that goal outside of traditional thrifting, outside of traditional sourcing? It's gonna be hard. You'll come up with maybe a couple answers. Maybe the first one, put up bandit signs. I buy bicycles, right? Maybe your second one is knock on people's doors. Maybe the third one is ask my friends and family if they know anybody selling stuff, and if they do, I'll give them a bird dog fee. Start writing down all of these outside the box ideas to grow your business. And they're gonna be so weird, they're gonna be so unique. You're gonna say to yourself, these are the stupidest ideas, but guess what? Idea number 17, idea number 26, idea number 47, it's gonna boom, it's gonna be an aha moment. And it's gonna be a game changer for you in your business. I can't tell you how many friends and people that I know in the reselling business, and that's one of the things I love about this YouTube channel. It allows me to connect with so many people. I cannot tell you how many people I've met who are doing what you're doing. Complaining about eBay fees, going to thrift stores, thinking that the only way to grow my business is garage sales on Saturday morning. I know so many people, including myself, who were there, and they went through this exercise and they thought outside the box and they networked and they carved their own little niche. They found their own little way. And a great example of that is my good friend Romer the Roamer, 24-year-old bookseller. He was doing $12,000 a month in March. Now he just passed $70,000 a month. What did he do? He carved his own little niche. And I'm gonna say what up to my boy. What's up, dude?
What's going on, man?
Live on YouTube right now. Hey, guess what I got you, bro? This is live on YouTube, man. This is how you make your workers happy, bro. I got you a seltzer. I'll be in a second, brother. It's my buddy Brandon right there. He's just coming in to go sourcing. But I can't tell you how many people who carve their own little niche, right? So he carved his niche of selling restricted inventory. He found a problem. He found an issue. Hey, Darren, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Much love. Everyone go smash that like button, subscribe to Darren. I can't tell you, how many people carve their own little niche by thinking outside the box. So do not let these little blood-sucking energy vampires out there, those 1 out of 100 people, hold you back from growing your business because, eBay fees are at 15. Here, come over. Let me coddle you. Let me rub your back. Oh, you poor little baby. eBay fees are at 15%. Oh, what's the alternative, guys? What's the alternative? That's what I want to talk about right now. My good friend Andrew, right? My good friend Andrew, who's my roommate right now. He's living at my place, needed a place. He actually just bought his own property, so he's moving out soon. He says to me, you know what, Steve? I'm working a full-time job. I'm busy as heck right now. And I said, dude, how do you find the motivation to buy a new property? How do you find the motivation to go to the gym every day? How do you find the motivation to, he's going to real estate classes now. And he says, bro, what's the alternative? What's the alternative? Sit here and be fat, feel depressed, and work this job that I hate? Or am I gonna push myself outside the comfort zone, push myself outside of my norm and make it happen? And that's what you gotta think about right now. So 15%, 18%, how do you have 19% eBay fees? I know there's certain categories that are a little higher, but maybe you're probably adding in like the promoted listings right now. Big Daddy Cool says, Steve, you are dominating. I'm freaking pumped up in this video right now. Oh man, oh God. Bad things are happening right now. My coffee is leaking. Crap. I made a, this is bad. So I'm gonna show you guys what happened right now. This is real life. My coffee is leaking. Look at this, there's coffee leaking. Can anybody guess why my coffee is leaking right now live on YouTube? This is bad. This is bad right now. Can anyone guess why? This is my coffee. It's in my cup holder. It leaked out. What is going on, Cumberland Farms? And I realized it's been happening lately. My coffee's been leaking. Do you guys know why my coffee's leaking? Do you know why a hole is in my coffee right now? I gotta get going. There's a hole in my coffee because I've been freaking putting brain octane oil in it. Okay, you guys know Dave Asprey, the Bulletproof Diet. I've been making these freaking bulletproof coffees, and I think the freaking oil is cutting through the plastic. So I gotta get going right now. Hopefully you guys learned some things in this video. The number one thing you should learn is be careful when you put brain octane oil in your coffee, because it's gonna make a mess and it's gonna disrupt the YouTube video. So smash that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.